was watching the news, and this reporter asked this lady that was from Palestine, who flew a flag for Palestine outside her door, was she against, or was she for Hamas, who fighting the Israelis, right? And my question for that reporter is, when George W. Bush went into Iraq and lied and said that it was weapons of mass destruction, and everybody in America was behind George W. Bush. Now, what about the Iraqi people who were saying that there was no weapons of mass destruction over there? So now, don't you see that that lady is talking about the people, the Palestinians who's dying? But how can she articulate that when you saying that she has to choose a side, but she's a Palestinian? So you think that her people dying too? See, this is what I don't understand, right? So are you saying that we just supposed to go along with what's happening and we don't know the truth about what's happening? And that's what I'm saying to my friends and my family. You know, I'm saying now I'm fighting, and you saying I'm fighting America. And I'm saying, well, this is why I don't stand up for the flag. But now this reporter was making the lady who was from Palestine, she was questioning the lady flying her flag. So I'm saying, well, you fly your flag, does that mean that you with everything America do? The Democrats not with what the Republicans do, but they all fly the same flag. So this lady is from the Gaza Strip. Her people there, her people dying too. So you saying that she's choosing sides when she's just saying she's a Palestinian? See, so why y'all, who I'm showing that the Florida Constitution is being violated and the Florida Bill of Rights are being violated inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and y'all continue to fly the flag. So now, are you against me, or are you for the criminals who violating the Florida Constitution in the courthouse? So see, when are you all gonna do what's right? See, because I gotta watch y'all sit here and make people choose between your allies. And you people done showed that through your president that y'all are back somebody who violating the Geneva Convention. Y'all back Donald Trump. So now we all supposed to back y'all. All us don't believe how y'all believe. All y'all don't believe how y'all believe. Right now, look at the chaos in the Senate, because y'all can't come to an agreement. So now you still flying the flag though. See that? So where is the agreement? Where is the United States of America when our Congress is divided? So where is the description of the country when the Congress fights each other? So now, don't y'all fight each other under the same flag? So that lady love her people too. See, that's why God, for whom is me, is giving you the truth so you don't die over someone's opinion. But now you all done killed my son, and now you call me a terrorist. And I'm saying, nah, I'm a veteran. And you kill my son to hide me from the people and to hide your crime. That's premeditated murder in the first degree, to hide your crime committed against humanity. See, this is me calling, saying, hey, these are inhumane leaders. And if they are inhumane leaders, how are you with a righteous leader? If your leader would lie, then how is your leader righteous? Why wouldn't your leader admit they were wrong so all these deaths didn't have to take place? See, Bush is the one that made the Middle East unstable when he went over there and killed that man for nothing. So now, when do America now reap what she sowed? See, but look, all of these innocent people is going to have to reap what George W. Bush sowed. He was the leader who led us into an illegal war. And now y'all don't want to tell the truth about it, but I'm in court saying, and I got friends who was saying, I was telling them, man, don't vote for that man. We're going to go to war. I got friends that'll tell you that was the only time I ever voted. I knew. See, because I can feel things, see? But y'all say I'm a freak, but y'all couldn't feel that George W. Bush was going to lead us into Armageddon on the wrong side. But here I am leading us out of the Armageddon that George W. Bush led us into truthfully. See, I'm telling the truth when he lied in the name of America. Now check this. If Satan, for whom is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to carry out the sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment against mine, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s family, for which is defined as a group of individuals living under one roof at 3250 Safe Harbor Lane in Lake Mary, Florida, 32746. Now, the reason why I'm putting that down is because I want somebody to go in there and if somebody in my house, I'm going to give you $2 million to kill them. If it ain't no castle in there, kill them motherfuckers, because they ain't got no business in my motherfucking house. If it ain't no castle, I got $2 million, and I'm paying it in accordance with the United States Constitution Amendment 14, Section 4, that says, so you can know you're going to get your damn money. See, because if you're going to violate the law, then you're going to be held to the law you violate. Now, this is how I'm going to pay you. This is the United States Constitution Amendment 14, Section 4. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payments of pensions and bounties. See, this is a $2 million bounty that I'm putting on the motherfucker who in my house or who on my property over there on Markham Wood Road that I done bought. See, I'm saying now that's mine. Now what I wanted to do for y'all can let them take that. But my shit, see, I'm coming to get mine. Now they can, see, I tried to get them something so they can take care of their family and stuff. But my personal property, we going to war over that because you killed my son and now your children is now subject to kill. See, so don't act like I'm wrong now, because I'm in court trying to save everybody. And you all out here lying and y'all done killed everybody. And so now I just want to let the people know you gonna get paid for defending my property. But understand, I defended you and your property first. And then whoever bought my house was aided and abetted by the state of Florida. So now they are they was once unindicted co-conspirators. Now they're indicted co-conspirators. And they're going to be charged in accordance with capital murder for killing my son. See, that's called the lethal injection. See, because this is a capital murder state. So you killed my son and then you sold my property to hide it up. So you was trying to make me mad. And I'm saying you done made me mad. But now I have all legal power in my hands and you knew it. But your citizens didn't know it. But now they will know it. They gonna know it. See, if they kill my son, they gonna feel it. They gonna know. And you ain't gonna be able to do nothing to stop it. See, cause when the world find out that you are an abomination and you done went over to their country and killed them people, man, and you was liars and Satan and snakes, then they gonna come over here and they're going to do what the Bible and the Quran tell them to do. They're going to avenge my son. And then I'm telling y'all how I'm going to pay you. For this is a bounty for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion shall not be questioned. But neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss of or emancipation of any slave. Now that's Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Benita E. Lane Epps Castle, Tamika Ray Sean Castle, and Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. You killed him. You attempted to kill me. And now you have my wife and my daughter held hostage. And you know that you ain't got no legal right to hold my family. So whatever you doing, it's gonna cost your ass. That's what I'm saying. I ain't nothing I can do to stop you, but I promise on my motherfucking children, I'm gonna get your ass. I guarantee you. You already got. You already got. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. See, but I'm just being thorough with it. So when you kill me, it can just happen. Cause see, all you doing is waiting on me to die. But what I'm saying is, when I die, how you gonna hide the evidence? I'm putting it all over the place. How you gonna hide it? You just gonna go on like you did Jesus and Moses and Daniel? See that? See, when are you spiritual people gonna tell the truth that you lying in the name of your spiritual God? When you gonna tell them? See, but when you do, then they got the right to go get their money from you and take their possessions back. Because see, you preachers, everything you got off of using the name of God to get it. See me, I'm giving everything I had, which is my knowledge, and I'm proving that I'm God. That's the difference. So see, you send people illegally to kill Jesus. See, you high priest Caiaphas, you Pharisees, you chief priests, you high priests, you scribes, and you elders. See, you sent an illegal hit after Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. Now, who is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, whether you believe it or not, done put out a bounty on you, a legal one, in accordance with Amendment 14, Section 4. See, so I proved that you illegally enslaved me, which means you violated the contract that you made on January 1st, 1863 through the 16th president of these United States of America. See, so if I couldn't read nor write, then you would get away with your literary crime. See, you put it in a book, and then you close the book you put it in, and then you miseducate the descendants of slaves so they won't open up the book that has the way in it. See, they keep using the book you allow them to have, not the book you don't want them to have. And then, see, I done went and got every book and opened them all. See, that's why you don't know what to do with me, because I'm reading out of the book and I'm charging you from the book. See, but anyway, you know what I know, what they don't know, but what they will soon know is the difference between me and all of y'all leaders is that I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a patriot. See, after that, what else is it? See, now it's what you call your God, and I fit the description of your God once I defended my image as my wife husband and my image as my daughter and my son's father. See, now, that's all I had to do was prove that I was a provider for my children. And I upheld the vow that I gave my wife. Now, your description of God now come and say that I don't fit it, but you won't come to court because you know what's going to happen when you do. See, but you brought Jesus in, and I brought you in, so why don't you come in If your ancestors can bring Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee before the people, why can't you become before the people if you selling the people Jesus Christ? Because the Bible says you're supposed to be at the right hand of the Father. And if Jesus was in the judgment hall, why you not at his hand? Why you outside? That means you the high priest Caiaphas, you the Pharisees, you the chief priests, you the high priests, you the scribes, and you the elders. See, y'all don't want to be judged, but you had Jesus be judged. Now I done stood your judgment, but now you don't want to be judged. So are you greater than Jesus? See, y'all say y'all mad with me because I'm saying I'm greater than Jesus because I came back from court. I took my enemy to court. My enemy didn't take me to court. But all I'm saying is the Pastor Willis C. Barnes allowed me to go to court just like the high priest Caiaphas took Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee to court. So now, all I'm saying is, well, if I went in the court and I proved myself as myself to be myself, and that everything that my wife and I provided, that it was legally provided, then now shouldn't Pastor Willis C. Barnes, who says and professes with his mouth to be the gateway to Jesus, why he's afraid to come into the judgment hall? Wouldn't Jesus then defend him like Jesus is defending me when he said, would my people fight that I not be handed over to the Jews? See, is it that I'm saying, well, hey, man, it's not the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, all fighting for me inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 12th in 2023 at 3:39 in the afternoon, as well as for eternity. Like, when do you take the law from me if you can't come into court and do it? And now the law is defending me for eternity from you. Now, how am I not greater than Jesus? How? The law is with me, and that's what John said in John 1. So hold on. So now let's go to John 1 and justify what I'm saying, right? So if I'm lying, then John 1 should reveal me. Now, if Reverend Barnes was me, then he should be able to come into the courthouse, because the Bible, the words in the Bible with him in his place, the Macedonian Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida. But John is with me inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, when John testified that I would be like this in this new beginning. See, because this is John's description, not Moses' description. Moses' description was in Genesis 1. This is Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee's disciples' description of now, this new beginning. He said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. See, now, if you go into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, pull up my name, you will see the Constitution is with me. See, now, if the Constitution with me, what Constitution is with the judge? What Constitution is with the bailiff? See, but now am I Hamas? See, so I hear you gonna say I'm Hamas, right? But who am I in court? See, so if I was defending the Palestinians inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, which I am, because the Bible tells me so, because the Bible says that Israel was enslaved in Egypt, just like the United States of America was enslaved in Great Britain. So you got two slave nations now fighting against me, right? Because if the United States of America is standing with Israel against Hamas, then Israel is standing with the United States against King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. See, because if you allies in a physical war, you saying you ain't know that it was a legal war going on inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida. So then wouldn't that mean that America lied again? First it lied to the world through George W. Bush. Now it's lying to the world through Biden, Joe Biden, right? So when is America gonna tell the truth about King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Folk Houses Incorporated? When can America tell the truth? See? So now, do America's allies know that they're fighting with Satan? Because, right, isn't then according to Jewish belief, because wouldn't the Israelites now their belief system is that Biden is now being led by Satan, a God, to tempt humans to sin? Hold on now. Let's get to the definition of this thing, you know, so we can see what was what. See? So now, if they not telling the truth, and they saying that they are not allies with Israel, who believe that Satan, right? Because this is the definition of Satan, the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment. So now, well, is Israel that's standing with the United States of America saying that God is now tempting me to sin? So see, well, if I was Hamas, who would you stand with inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida? So now, if I was Moses standing before Pharaoh inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, well now, would the Israelites side with Pharaoh? See, because now is now. So now if I'm trying to liberate the slaves, and now the Israelites is with the oppressors of my people in a battle against Hamas, well, I'm saying, well, shouldn't I be with Hamas if I'm inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida being denied of my human rights? I'm being denied of my constitutional rights, and I'm a veteran defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida. So who is Hamas inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida? Who is Moses in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning? See, so who am I? If you talking about Hamas, when you gonna talk about King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Folk Houses Incorporated? How do I know that Hamas don't know about me when y'all won't put me on the news? So you just gonna kill me, but you gonna help Ukraine, you gonna help Israel, but you not gonna help the United States of America get back on her legal foundation. But how can you help somebody else if you not on your legal foundation? So see, you helping the Jews, so you are God, right? Because if America is the superpower, then America is God. Because according to history, America is what Israel should be, right? Because if Moses freed the Israelites, then Israel should be like America, have a constitution where you supposed to be able to live and raise your family. But see, we still have Satan in our midst, because I done had to take the Satan that's in America's history to court. But now look at America. Look, she do not defend her constitution because she is her people and her people are racist. See, so now, how can a racist person love Israel? How? But did not Israel, when he was Jacob, hate his own brother even in the womb? So now, how can Israel love its brother, who they say is the United States of America, when Israel, who was Jacob, didn't love his brother Esau? So where did love come into Israel? It didn't come through Jacob. He never showed his brother love. Now, how then do America say brotherly love and it done turn its back on a veteran who fulfilling the oath that the United States of America gave to me when I was 18 years old? So I'm in court fulfilling the oath that the United States of America gave to me inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. And then the representatives of the United States of America sided with the state of Florida and then denied me of my United States constitutional rights inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So how can America now not be Satan, for whom is the rebellious angel, who in Christian belief is the adversary of God and the Lord of evil, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So then who am I? If I am the one who revealed them to you, who am I on October 12th in 2023 at 3:50 in the afternoon if I'm not Benita Elaine Epps Castle husband and Tamika Ray Sean Castle and Tommy Chancey Castle Jr.'s father? See, that's all I wanted to be. But look at what I had to go through just to prove that I'm Benita Elaine Epps Castle husband and Tamika Ray Sean Castle and Tommy Chancey Castle Jr.'s father. Now, what do Pastor Barnes got to prove? Nothing. He just walk around with the Bible and he is accepted. See, but that's not his testimony. That's not his testimony. So he shouldn't be saved by that. He should be saved by his testimony. Now, see, John says, John 1 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, Bible Hub edition, 1 through 5 says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. See? Inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So now, shouldn't all y'all pastors and preachers and pimps and hustlers and all of that should have to now come through that narrow gate that I went through. So why can't I take care of my family? Because you sickening the people to take care of yourself? See, you saying you taking care of your family, but if you had any conscience, how could you take care of your family by selling crack to a baby? Or by selling crack to the mother of a baby that's in her belly? How could you do that and feel clean inside? See, once you able to do that, you done went over to the other side, man. You ain't no longer human because you inhumane. You can't even see a woman pregnant and feel nothing for the child, even if you don't care nothing for the woman. What about the child? Because that child could be carrying the cure for cancer. See, that child could be the answer to your prayers. But see, once you have lost the God in you, then how could you see God's message in that child? See, that's what I kept telling people when I was a kid. And now I'm realizing even Jesus was saying, how do you know God and don't know me? Like, here I am right in your face and you hate me, man. I mean, it's been rough, man. But see, I was just always blaming, the white man, because that's what they were telling me. But now that I see and I've read and I've opened my mind up to the truth, then I realized that the only person that can stop a person is the person. So once you get people to believe that they not human, then they do inhumane things because they not humane. See, so if you're not human and you spiritual, then you don't see a human. See, because you're not humane. See what I'm saying? So if you was humane, then you would be human. See, that's why you identify yourself as inhumane. You say, I'm a Muslim. As if, what is that? I'm a Christian. What is that? I'm a pastor. I'm a minister. What is that? Is it human or is it a title of a spiritual entity like God? See, but now when I use God, and I'm using the definition of my enemy's definition, right? And this, now because my ancestors couldn't read nor write to identify God to me. So I had to use the God that was identified. And it says, the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism as the creator and ruler of the universe. Now, now when I look at this, I'm saying, well, I'm the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as in by the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, as creator and ruler of the universe inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, how can you erase history that was done inside of the courts, but you did it with Jesus? See, if Jesus was actually in the judgment hall, you said what Jesus said, and you said what Pontius Pilate said, that is called case law. See, so it's not a belief, it's you said Jesus said, and then you said Pontius Pilate said, and then you said that the crowd said. So everybody their testimonies are duly noted. Now, why those people who lying on me testimony is not duly noted, but my testimony is inside of the courthouse? See, now, how can they tell you about me outside of the damn courthouse and you believe it? Tell them to come in. See, don't slander me. Don't defame me. I damn court. I'll bring your ass in. So now I can pay $2 million if you lying. Put that shit on, put it on your life. I put mine on my life. So put it on your life. But you can sit here and take my life for 15 years on what you said. Where's the evidence? Where's the tangible proof? But I'm in court with mine, so all you got to do is sell a God, but you can't be the God you selling. But I am the description of the God you sold. You defined it, not me. So how can you be mad at me for fitting the description of your God when you came after me? So obviously you saw that I had the attributes of your God. So you came after me, and now you can't stand the check because I done check you for coming after me. So America, stand up. See, don't just be a flag. Be the Constitution. See, don't be that's an idol. The flag is an idol. The Constitution is the covenant between God and humans. See, but y'all not human. Y'all Muslims, y'all Christians, y'all atheists. See, what is that? That is a human, but they said every beast was made after his kind. See, so that's why I ain't no Muslim. I'm not a Christian, because I'm not a beast. I'm a human being. See, I don't know nothing about your spiritual world, but now I'm pulling back the cloud like Saul said Jesus did, and now I'm showing these kids your spiritual world. See, I'm saying, well, who would they save other than Pastor Barnes and Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church? The only person gonna be saved in them was the same people who were saved when Jesus, the high priest Caiaphas, them was saved. The Pharisees were saved. The chief priest was saved. The high priest was saved. The scribes were saved. That's what they even said. Do you know that it be expedient that one man should die for our nation? See, that's why they nation still living, and y'all don't know who righteous. To this day, a righteous man is killed because of the unrighteousness of your spiritual world. It's not on a legal foundation. It's on the death of your Lord and Savior, Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, for whom name they changed to Jesus Christ to sell to you. See? So now, okay, now let me see here. Okay, for which is why I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federal ownership over the full ownership over immaterial things in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques. And let me make sure. Wait a minute, wait. You know what? This thing done moved, so I'm gonna have to go back. Man, these damn computers, man. But I don't blame y'all, though. See, I got it written right here, and what they did is they moved it. See, I guess, you know, when you're doing something they don't want you to do. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go back, because I want this, and then if Satan, for whom is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment against my for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s family, for which is defined as a group of individuals living under one roof at 3250 Safe Harbor Lane in Lake Mary, Florida, 32746, illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally. I'm laughing at that that dude, Liberty Mutual, when he say Liberty Bibbity, Bibbity, I did that. So that's what I was laughing at. But anyway, I gotta try to get myself back, right? But I'm laughing. Okay, mentally and federally under me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., in the color of law, right? for which, according to the Black's Laws Dictionary. Now, before, when it was the color of law, I was saying that was under the NOLO legal dictionary. But now, when it got the Black's Law, it's black with apostrophe S law dictionary, and that is, they give it to you. They break it down. That's the one that I originally first met when, like when my daddy told me to go to the law library, and I first went into the law library and I saw the book. Man, it was black and white, but not like I say it's red and black, but it was black. It was all black and with little white letters, and it said the Black's Laws Dictionary. Man, that blowed me away that the most powerful dictionary in the world, black. Go, man, that was amazing. But anyway, for which according to the Black's Laws Dictionary is legally defined as the appearance of remnants without the substance of a legal right. The term implies a misuse of power made possible because the wrongdoers are clothed with the authority of the state of Florida in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 12th in 2023 at 4:03 in the evening. Is when, why, how, as well as where, mine for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Counsel Sr., legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally ascended, for which is defined as to succeed, for which is defined as to attain a desired end in the midst of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the midst of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning as King Tommy Chancey Counsel Sr. Four Counsels Incorporated, for which is why the evidence of me, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Counsel Sr. Four Counsels Incorporated, is legally defined by the Black's Laws Dictionary as incorporeal property, for which, according to the Black's Laws Dictionary, is defined as in rem. So that's IMREM. If you look it up, you got to do it like that. So, because that's one word, but it's a legal term, for which is defined in the Black's Laws Dictionary as involving or determining the status of King Tommy Chancey Counsel Sr. of Four Counsels Incorporated inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida. See, in order to know that I'm a king, you have to go in where I became a king. So that's why I say, when you see me, I say my simple name, because my simple name is Tommy. But when you go up in the court, then you will see the manifestation of my name. But until you go to court, you will never know. See, and that's what I'm saying. How do y'all know who Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee is if you was told about Jesus Christ? See, Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee is in the judgment hall. Jesus Christ is in your church, in your hood, your project, your community, your school, your college, your university, your church, your temple, your synagogue, your mosque, your detention center, your jail, and your prisons all over the world. But in the judgment hall, it was Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. Now, where is that Savior? See, that's the one I'm talking about. See, that's the one that I'm defending. Now, you defending Jesus Christ, and I'm saying that's Saul. See, who was sent to persecute the followers of Christ. So why wouldn't he then persecute Christ himself or herself or themselves? See, because didn't Jesus say, isn't it written in your scripture that we are all gods? See, so come on, man. You know, why would you deny me? Because you can't reveal yourself to be what you not. So now here I am being constantly me. That's why people are tell, oh, that's him. Oh man, that's Tommy. See, well, when did I backslide? When everybody's saying I'm still the same. See, but hey, you didn't know me then and you don't know me now. That's all I'm saying. So involving or determining the status of King Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, and therefore the rights of me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. of the United States Navy, with respect to the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Which is why my for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castles Sr. am now the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal proprietary. Let me look, boy. Let me look at that one again. Cause it don't look right. But, you know, like I say, the pronunciation is on me. I'm always wrong with that. See this damn thing. Why this thing keep moving, man? Now I gotta try to find it. See, that's what I'm saying, man. But you know, it's hard to beat the devil with his own devices. You know, that's why it's a beautiful thing. See, the truth is something they can't hide. They try to hide it, but see, when it's your truth, it's inconvenience. You know, it's inconveniencing, but you know, hey, the truth gon' always weigh out, man. So it don't matter what they do. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, cause I wrote it, so it's here. But I just can't believe how they can just keep on bothering with somebody like this and then put people in court and then you steady trying to run people crazy. But then you say that you are, you know, Proprietary, okay. One that possesses, owns, or holds exclusive rights to something. So proprietary, shit. But anyway, I got it, because it's getting late here. Let me see, respect to this. Okay, proprietary, for which is defined as of, relating to, or holding. See, now this what, so I showed you in the Webster Dictionary. Now this is the Black Laws Dictionary. It says, for which is defined as of, relating to, or holding the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 12th in 2023 on into infinity as property of Four Castles Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, that is not legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, nor federally classified as corporal property in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Now, what that's saying is because they won't let you know the truth, then you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world are living in the darkness of their lie. See, and now they want me to be quiet while they lie to you and they lying on me to my wife and my children. See, I'm saying, well, you came into our home. Now you want me to lie to my wife and my children as if you and I are friends? Man, you put me in jail twice. You done put me in a mental hospital, and now you want me to be quiet? Well, why you didn't stop committing the damn crimes you committed against me if we on the same team? So now you want me to fly the flag when you deny me of the protections of the Florida Constitution, my Bill of Rights, the Florida Bill of Rights. You deny me of my United States constitutional rights through the United States Constitution. You deny me my United States Bill of Rights by denying me the United States Bill of Rights. But you want me to stand up and salute a flag? I didn't take an oath to defend the flag against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that's what I'm doing inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So why would I stand up for an idol that's not standing up for the agreement between God and its citizens? See, so if your elected officials are not standing up for the covenant, why would you salute the flag or salute them? See, you know, when you're in the military, you have to salute them bastards. You know what I mean? But why would I salute a person that's a domestic terrorist? Just because you voted for him? So you a domestic terrorist for voting for a domestic terrorist. See, that's what I was telling these kids. When you see the Constitution being violated, you're not supposed to vote. Because if you do, you're an accessory to the crime being committed against the next generation. See, because all of this history that y'all done fabricated is fabricated history. Now, what you gonna do when the kids find out the truth? Are you gonna fail them like you failed me and then try to put them in prison, and then they gonna have to use their intelligence to go to the military and then find out that Satan is the president, that they fighting for Satan? And so now, when are you gonna be on the side of God? If God is then tempting you to lie to us? Come on, man. Somebody got to do right by us. So why wouldn't it be me? Okay, now check this. Corporate property in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. All over the world. And corporate property is traditionally broken down into two classes. The first being encumbrance, for which is defined as, according to the Black Laws Dictionary, is legally defined as a claim or liability that is attached to property or some other right that may lessen its value. So now, when the state of Florida put that lien on me for the 5.2, it's 1.2. So I say around about 5.2 to be legally accurate. So you say around about. When they put that lien on me, it's not, I don't owe taxes. They got a lien on me. So now, see, then I'm getting that. That's an encumbrance, right? So now I'm getting that off of me with Amendment 14, Section 4. See? So, and then I'm getting it off of me with Amendment 13. See, because that is a illegal debt there. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Okay. This is supposed to take me back to the beginning here. Let me see. The Constitution. Okay, now. Okay, yeah, now that done took me back to where I want to go. So let me see. So now what they did now is, see, they violated Amendment 5, grand jury double jeopardy. See, they done put me in double jeopardy, self-incrimination, due process. And this is the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution that says no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in the cases arising in land or naval forces or in a militia when it in actual service in time of war or public danger. See, so now, because the public didn't know it was in danger, then I'm now invoking the Constitution in self-defense of you for whom did not know that the elected official was in a rebellion to the Constitution inside of the court of law. So since you wasn't present at the crime, then I used the law to stop the crime, and then I brought the crime to the people. And then the criminals started lying in the name of the state of Florida as well as the United States of America. So that's why I'm telling you that Satan is now among you, right? So their infamous crime happened inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, just like the crime of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priest, the high priest, the scribes, and the elders committed against Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, for whom you all in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world called Jesus Christ took place in the judgment hall in Jerusalem. So that lets you know that Satan has defiled the judgment hall in Jerusalem, as Satan has defiled the judgment hall inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So now this is a presentment. See, now I'm presenting to you the evidence. See, and now I have given them an affidavit so they can then seek an indictment of a grand jury. See, so I'm giving them the evidence so they can then seek the grand jury. See, and except in cases arriving in the land or naval. See, now that's the case. This arose in the land. See, at my house at 3250 Safe Harbor Lane in Lake Mary, Florida, 32746. See, that's ground zero. That's where the crime took place. They stole my property right there. That is the stolen property. So I had to turn money into tangible things. See, so when my investors gave me their money, see, I didn't pay my bills. See, that's why I had to live in the house with no lights and no water. When I saw them stealing the money, I invested the money into tangible things that they had to steal, like the house at 514 Carver in Orlando, Florida, 32810. See, that's my house. That's my company's home, Four Castles Incorporated. That's when I turned the money into a tangible thing that I could take in the court and prove that they were stealing it. See, but the black folks and the people in my life, they took the house out of ignorance. See, they sided with the devil. See, and now they living their cushy life, and the devil's trying to kill me. See, that's why I don't have no friends, no family, because they done already chose sides. See, they rather fly the flag than defend the Constitution. See, they rather salute the flag than actually be protected by the covenant. See, and I'm trying to show you next generation who violated the covenant. The Adams, the Abrahams in the United States of America. See, this is why there's no agreement between you and me, nor there's an agreement between you and God, because their God is Satan, and Satan's God is commanding him to get you to sin. See, that's why the church was able to send the multitude after Jesus, just like y'all the multitude after me. See, it's all the same, but y'all violating the law. See, now y'all a militia. See, they called them the multitude when the church sent them. Now you all are a militia. See? And when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy. I done been put in jeopardy twice. I done been put in a mental hospital 8 times. I done been put in jail twice. I done been evicted twice. Illegal. Everything illegal. So now America is pleading the fifth as if it should not have to justify why it took a citizen's rights who in court citing the rights they took. And now they claiming ignorance of the law, and you the judge. How can the judge claim ignorance of the law? And so you giving people sentences, but you ignorant of the law you sentencing them to? You an abomination, man. See, that's why all those cases were supposed to come up. But here I am helping white Americans, black Americans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Crips, Bloods, Jews, Gentiles, Christian, Muslims. See, it didn't matter because my truth is my word, is my bond. I'm fulfilling the oath that you gave me as I fulfill the vows that I gave to my wife. How then am I now not a good husband? How am I a terrible father? How am I not a patriot, a hero, whatever you want? How am I anything negative? How? But anyway, or it says, so nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. And you compelling me. See, that's what I'm saying. If I don't testify, how am I ever going to get out the lie that's being told on me religiously? It's being told on me daily. So now, wouldn't that be like Moses not getting into the promised land, not because he don't deserve to be in the promised land, but because the Israelites won't help him get back into the promised land? If Moses was in the wilderness for 40 years, how he wasn't in the promised land? The reason he's not in the promised land now is because the Gaza Strip is on fire. See, because the Israelites done brought their ass out of Egypt and fucked up the whole peace in the Middle East. Just like the black Americans done got a hold of this truth and fucked up the peace in America. See, because a slave is always gonna say he believe in something, but then when the truth come, how can he believe in once he was believed in when now the truth is showing him that he never believed in the truth in the first place? So eventually he's got to accept, but then what life is a liar going to accept that they lied in? Because Pastor Willis E. Barnes still go to church every Sunday. He ain't told the truth yet because he know once he tell the truth, he ain't going to go to that nice house he got. See, he ain't gonna get into that nice car because y'all not gonna pay that pimp. See, pimps got hoes that pay for their cars and their lifestyle. Preachers got congregations that pay for their house and lifestyle. So just like once the woman wake up to the reality that she being pimped, or not even men be pimped, you understand? Once they wake up to that reality, then that's when the pimp get a rude awakening. And that's what's going to happen to you church leaders when these people realize that y'all telling them an abbreviated version of the truth. And when somebody like me come and tell them their truth, they'll see the difference. And then what you going to do when your lifestyle is off of Jesus' is work, and my lifestyle is off of my work, and I'm trying to show these kids how to be like me, and I'm showing them, I'm giving them the job of a lifetime. See, I'm not telling them to do what I want them to do. I'm telling them to find a life in what you doing. See, but I'm saying I need farmers. I need carpenters, I need plumbers, I need electricians. See, I need bankers, I need accountants. See, I need the type of things that's going to defend what we do. See, you all doing things with no defense. See, that's why y'all rise and y'all fall. Y'all rise and y'all fall because you never take the steps to stay to the level you rise to. See, you go to school to go to the pros. You don't go to school to learn how to stay in the pros, or you don't go to school to learn how not to be poor once you get the first contract in the pros. See, if I was you all, I would go to school for business because you a business, right? And then I would learn how to do my business, which is life. That's what I did. See, my life is my business. See, that's why I can now not plead the fifth, because I have something to testify to. See, I didn't commit a crime. So now, now I'm saying, nor you done deprive me of life, liberty, and property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So you took my private life and now you made it for public use, because when you took my rights, then I had to defend the rights of the public, because I had to use the Florida Constitution to defend my constitutional rights inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. So then you wanted me, after I had defended the public's as well as my constitutional rights with the Florida Constitution, then you wanted to take me out of court, and then you wanted to make a private deal with me. And that has made me public use. See, because now my life is the life that I'm using to save the public from your lie that you told on me in the public. See, you committed the crime in the public's house. This is the people's court. It ain't the judge's court. See, the judge do not pay no mortgage for the land. They don't pay nothing. So how then do the judge say that the courthouse is theirs? But when they said that, then I went into the courthouse and cleansed it, and I made it mine. See, because they took my house at 3250 Safe Harbor Lane, and I took their house in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. Then I went into their federal courthouses in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, and I took their seats on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, they ain't no judges seated in federal courthouses nowhere in the United States of America unless they come through me. Now, that ain't Jesus, man. That ain't Jesus said that you got to be at the right hand of that he gonna be at the right hand of the Father. He didn't say he the Father, but I'm saying I am Tamika Rayshawn Castle's father. I am Tommy Chancey Castle Jr.'s father. And if they inside of the courthouse, they would be at my right hand because I got them in it. See, and I got the law surrounding them. So how they not protected by their father? How can my son say, Father, why have thou forsaken me? How can he say that? When if he open his eyes, I'll be all around him. All around him. Everybody he see me. Everybody. Because they supposed to love him like they love me. But they let somebody run over him. And now they don't want to pay. See, so where's the just compensation? See, now check this. Any property rights that is not an ownership interest. So see, nobody had an interest or ownership interest in Folk Castles Incorporated other than Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Benita Elaine Epps Castle. Because without us, it wouldn't be no Tamika Rayshawn Castle or Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. So we got all the interest in them, right? Now, America has no interest in them. They not America's property, because I went inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, and on August 12th in 2008, I proved that they are not property of the state. The state they didn't own the state not one penny, never did my daughter ever. I paid $25 for her. When I was in the United States Navy, I had to pay $25 for her. I went and paid it. So she didn't never owe nobody nothing. And little Tommy, I had A1 insurance. He had a private hospital in Arnold Palmer Hospital. He was the only one in there. He had his own doctor. From the time his mama found out she was pregnant, that was his doctor. He had, from the time she found out she was pregnant, she went to one doctor. He delivered her, because we had excellent health insurance. So we didn't owe nobody nothing, period. So now check this. An encumbrance cannot defeat. See, now that's your lien now. See, now the lien that the state of Florida put on me and the lien that the United States of America put on me. Now watch what it says. An encumbrance, because that's what that is, cannot defeat the transfer, for which, according to the Black Laws Dictionary, is legally defined as any mode of disposing of or parting with an asset or an interest in an asset, including a gift, the payment of money, release, lease, or creation of a lien or other encumbrance of possession. See, so now, that means, see, that's why I hit them with the Constitution, and that broke any encumbrance. And then when they gave me the lien, I was able to pay it with Amendment 14, Section 4. See what I'm saying? Now, once I did that, see, so now, that's when I hit them with the Amendment 14. I hit them with Amendment 13 that says, this Section 1 of the United States Constitution, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So that's when they tried to give me a ticket, and then they wanted me to plead no contest or guilty so they can then throw it out of court. But I pled not guilty because I wanted to abolish slavery. See, that's what I was telling my friends. I'm saying, man, I'm making history. I done already made money. Now I'm making history. Oh, man, you crazy. Man, you need help. And I'm saying, man, see, you part of the history I made. So now, what you gonna do? See, so now I done abolished slavery. Then I came with Amendment 14, and then I got the money, right? See, with a Section 4, the validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payments of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned, but neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States or any state for the loss or emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. See, that's when I paid off all of y'all illegal student loan debts, because they denied our ancestors the right to read and write, and then now they have enslaved us with debt. So now when I abolish slavery, then I abolish the debt. But see, this is what they used to say, man. They say, Tommy, they used to say, I am too smart for my own good. When I was a little kid, man, and now I realize what they saying. See, I'm saying, man, to help an ignorant person, you have to put yourself in jeopardy. Now, see, okay, rights to votes not denied by race. Now, see, this is when I hit them with Amendment 15 of the Constitution that says the right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. See, so now, why would I vote for those who violated my rights. So now I'm charging them with trying to get me to vote for them and not vote for myself. See, this is how I became the president of the United States of America, when I took their rights to hold office, and then I voted for myself inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the middle district of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, so I could then file a levy of tax against the state of Florida as well as the United States of America in accordance with Amendment 16. See, so now once I did 13, I abolished slavery. Then 14, I went and got the money for the building of my empire, because I suppressed the rebellion and insurrection against the United States of America inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. Then I filed my income taxes based on Amendment 14, Section 4, so I could then have the necessary resources to then build and go on with my pursuit of happiness. Now, I filed a lien inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida against the state of Florida, as well as I filed a lien against the United States of America inside of the federal courthouse in the middle district of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in accordance with Amendment 16 to the United States Constitution, that says Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived. So see, the income that they getting the taxes from came from the suppressing of the insurrection and rebellion against the Constitution inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the middle district of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, without apportionments among the several states. So that means I don't have to give none of them a portion of the money. See, I don't have to give nobody a portion of my money. So Florida money is Florida money, Georgia money is Georgia money, Folk Houses Incorporated money is Folk Houses Incorporated money, Chancellor Incorporated money is Chancellor Incorporated money, because I use the sovereignty of the state of Florida as my sovereignty for Folk Houses Incorporated. See, but like I say, I'm too smart for my own good. See, I'm so smart, people think I'm crazy. That's what my mama was saying, but I understand now. But anyway, and without regard to any census or numeration. So that means it doesn't matter. It could be 1 or 100,000. It could be no matter what the census is, no matter the number. See, so I proved that I was worth more than everybody in the world on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, so I could then employ everybody in the world to have some kind of human value, because the spiritual value you have has bankrupted the moral value of the world. Now, okay, the property. Okay, hold on. Okay, the transfer. Okay, and commerce cannot defeat the transfer for which, according to the Black Laws Dictionary, is legally defined as any mode of disposing or parting with an asset or an interest in an asset, including a gift, payment of money, release, lease, or creation of a lien or other encumbrance of possession, for which according to the Black Laws Dictionary is defined as the fact of having or holding property in one for whom simple name is Tommy Chancellor Castle Sr.'s power, specifically in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as the exercise of dominion over the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal properties in the state of Florida, the United States of America, Allah and God, in the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal form of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran. In my for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s name in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, whether over material or immaterial things, for example, being leases, mortgages, and servitudes, for which according to the Black Laws Dictionary is legally defined as an encumbrance consisting in a right to the limited use of a piece of land or other immovable property without the possession of it, a charge or burden on an estate for another's benefit, for which is why I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally cited legal servitude, for which is defined as, for which according to the Black Laws Legal Dictionary is legally defined as a limitation that the law imposes on the use of an estate, the use of an estate. In this case, the estate is the state of Florida as well as the United States of America, for the benefit of the general public in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as for a particular person for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Four Castles Incorporated, Princess Tamika Rayshawn Castle of Four Castles Incorporated, as well as Prince Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. of Four Castles Incorporated, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, servitudes, which is why I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federal ownership over the full ownership. So it's federal. Well, this federal ownership over the full ownership. I gotta see this. This is what, you know, my grandkids gonna read this. I gotta make this. I was trying to say biblically, but it's really just historical, legal. Okay, ownership over the full ownership over immaterial things in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Well, I'm gonna do that again. Say, which is why I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal ownership over the full ownership over immaterial things in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, such as a patent, copyright, or trademark for which are the state of Florida, the United States of America, Four Castles Incorporated, Chancey Incorporated, King, Emperor, God, as well as Allah, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on October 12th in 2023 into infinity. So now, what I'm saying is I have a patent, a copyright, as well as a trademark on the state of Florida, the United States of America, Folk Houses Incorporated, Chance Incorporated, the name King, Emperor, the name Emperor, the name God, as well as the name Allah. See, so I'm saying when you come in there, I got a patent on all of those names because I went in and I patent myself in those names. That's why I say I am God for whom is Allah, and I'm Allah for whom is God. So now, if you want to deny that, you come into court and prove it. But like I say, you miss your court date on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. So how can you go back in history and undo what I've already done historically from August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning until October 12th in 2023 at 4:47 in the evening? So how can you undo from August 12, 2008 until this day? So, which is why the truth, for which is defined as the body of real things, events, and facts about King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., Folk Houses Incorporated, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally shows that my for whom name is Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s truth, for which is defined as the state of being the case in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the middle district of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, is the property of Folk Houses Incorporated, as well as the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal proof that Satan's gods is that Satan God is the rebellious angel inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, which is why I, for whom name is Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, am now telling the inhabitants of the world that the dragon, for which is defined as a violent, combative, and very strict person, that old serpent, for whom is defined as a treacherous person, which is the devil, for whom is defined as the personal supreme spirit of evil, often represented in Christian belief as the tempter of humankind, the leader of all apostate angels, the ruler of hell, and Satan, for whom is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment, is now among you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, which is why I, for whom natural name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Folk Houses Incorporated, am not asking you all over the world, how do an unknown thing in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world become a known thing in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, if I, for whom simple name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., didn't legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally reveal everything in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, that illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally introduced, for which is defined as to lead to or make known by a formal act, announcement, as well as recommendation of me, for whom name is Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, to all in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world as King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Folk Houses Incorporated, after I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Callis Incorporated, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally resurrected, for which is defined as to bring to view, attention, or use again Fort Callis Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, before I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancellor Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, legally, historically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally took Chancellor Incorporated from the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal rib, for which is defined as to furnish Fort Callis Incorporated, as well as historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally enclosed Chancellor Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, with the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran.